Oh, God, cool. You're Roneal. Let me tell you.
Big up, bless up, live up, greatness, Powerful. This week and powerful choices, it's circumstances and destiny. That's what we're gonna discuss for this week. And before we even touch it, I go. Heavenly Father, thank you for a week of lessons, blessings. Overall, Father, thank you for life in general. Let us understand that circumstances is also a big factor of the building of our destiny. The circumstances lay the firm rocks to which we step on and stand firm and knowing what we know because we have been tried. So give us the strength, oh Father, to carry on, to understand life, move towards our destiny, pushing past our hardships, oh Father. Give us strength, oh God, as you always do. Enlighten us. Let your Spirit speak heavily, oh Father, I pray to you. Amen.
Amen.
So, circumstances and destiny. So, like, where do you think about when I call that topic? I put up on the spot.
The whole thing about it is that most people think, for some reason, your circumstances is where is an end point.
Yeah.
The end game. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not true. Your circumstances is just like a building block to your destiny. It's a part of your destiny, it's not the destination. It's just a part of the journey. You understand? So, in life, you're going to have circumstances. You're not even figure around that.
True.
That are the building blocks. And everybody sees circumstances different. Me personally, back then, yeah, me used to see it as a stage where, boy, if I say boy, you know what I mean. But now I see it more different. I see it more, well, not boy anymore. You see, well, this is something I have to work on and become stronger in this area and figure out how we can overcome it, because I know how to deal with it, I know how to handle it, I know how to appreciate it, because circumstances help us to grow,
True.
You understand? And in honesty, within God, circumstances don't really matter. Reason being why I say that is when God decides to open a door for you, no circumstances can stop it. He's the one who creates circumstances and he's the one who has to open doors.
True.
You understand? So, circumstances are part of your destiny. That's my perception.
Well, when we are doing like a local Google dictionary search, circumstance is a fact of or condition connected with or relevant to an event. And the other meaning is that one state of financial and material welfare. So he never really said particular like circumstances was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's just that tradition and everything kind of build up circumstance, because when people go through something, it's about going through the bank, lodging some money is a circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, me I say. So circumstance itself is not really tied to a negative action. But you live in our society, you live in our world where they attach circumstance to a bad thing. And it's just like we as people, sometimes we do one bad thing in our life and then people just attach it to it. And then that was 10 years back, and since the 10 years we live better life than even who they critique against us. But at the same time, they just spin the one thing on us, and then that's where it is. And that is the relationship with circumstances and destiny. So in anybody's destiny, you have different things that expose. And just like water in a plant, for it to grow, it go through different stages. You have sunlight, you have water, and sometimes you put some rotten peel skin and all of that.
Fertilizer.
That is a fertilizer where people call filth. So everything stand in place. Animal waste, you don't eat it, but you put it at the plant root to which you go get a fruit from to eat. Therefore, it flourishes the plant. So you know, circumstances are like all of that. You know, all of the conditions for the growth of the tree. So you will be the tree, you know, the destiny being time and circumstances being the nourishment of the growth process.
Yeah, because you don't really want to think it's a prison, you know. Because some people think that circumstances are like a prison. Yeah, you may do some time in a hit, but guess what? After all that time, you're going to have some good flourishing then. So through the process of the circumstances, you know, say, you have to just remember God. Because for me, it's like, when we go through something personally, it's like, him, you have to depend on mostly. More than even on myself. Because I learn not to rely on my own understanding, you know. And that's why I always go to a higher power.
True.
Because sometimes the devil tends to plant thoughts inside their head. So when you ask questions in the middle of your circumstances, it's easier for ask him questions. It's easier for you to get more clarification. You understand me? I say? And then now you will feel more calm through the circumstances while approaching your destiny. And guess what? You're learning.
True.
Because it's a lesson right there, you know. You learn how to be still, you know. You understand? We learned something this week where amazed me. No matter where you see I go on in area, everything has its purpose. So you can plant a seed in a bad economy,
Yeah.
and you never stop it from germinate. Like how gas price get high, bird and stop flying. You understand me I say?
True.
So no matter what go on around you, once you have a purpose in this world, and you stick to your goals and your rules and make sure say you be determined and consistent.
True. You know, about a month and a half ago, doing stuff online, you know, somebody say, me do all of these things and music and all that, so somebody, you know, book some studio time and him come down, which person come from Canada, right, and him come down and they rent a car, them drive from Nigel and him come up. When we meet him at Mobile and we are drive back towards the studio, which the studio is in Great River Private near to Opera, and we were down there, you know, him hit one pothole and the tire blow out, get the car under control, pull over, you know, change the tire, you know, put on the spare, come way back on Mobile, change the tire, head back down that way there, you know. In the entire thing, we could have get discouraged, you know. And be like, you know, alright, this is a bad omen, so this nothing happen, and you know, we could have taken the route there. But instead we speak positivity in the situation and say, boy, most one greatness I got me here to make this come and happen.
Yeah.
And by just you know, speak inside then I must be some form of greatness make this that I'm like this. Automatically we are laugh and we are do everything. And we end up make a great song. You know, so much greatness happen right after that. So while we are go through life and we are go towards our destiny, when we hit one pothole, which is like stuff we face and we there, you shouldn't define where we actually are go. Stop sometime if you have to, take a break if you have to, take a breather if you have to, you know, pull over if you have to. But remember say on a mission, remember say you're on a journey and you haven't reached your destination yet. So the dream of God put down inside of you, where you picture and you see it, you feel it, you got your bed, you dream, you feel it. When you see yourself there, you feel it so real, but you don't really see how you go get to it. Don't stop travel until you reach at that point. Things go happen, but don't give in to the circumstances. Remember the destiny.
And the thing about your destiny, you see, I don't think one man ever have one specific. Everybody have dreams in accordance. It may not be the same thing, but somebody before you has done the same thing as you're about to do. And somebody before him. You understand? So it's always good for when you see that feeling that way is always good to find research and learn from people who come before you who have been through the same situation. And if you realize most of the times they all have the same end game in terms of they have the same end story. They all become successful despite the fact that they come from different arenas or different eras. They become successful. That's why they can be able to teach you.
True.
So you don't have to come from the same background or the same cult. Or, you understand me? I say, once you take the lesson with them and teach, and you apply that, you can be able to come and teach somebody else too.
True.
I explain to them, say, this is what I've been through. May not be as similar as yours, but guess what? If you follow this path to somewhat extent, you're gonna have your thing to teach and learn from the same way. At the same time, this will little to hear, because guess what? I'm telling you, a laws of life, you can't go around that.
True.
You can't expect to eat a bag of chips every day and get fat. That ludicrous. You understand what I said? That makes sense.
Was that true?
yeah. So I just said it, man.
Yeah. You know, like we as people don't really understand. Like everybody wants to just land that destiny, like this magic and just snap and reach where the point where we want to reach. But in fact is, you know, the baby, if the baby, let's say a baby when born and fall asleep and he sleep for 5 years, wake up when he's 5 years old. Most cases the baby still have to creep before he walk, because if a baby don't walk because of age, a baby walk because of experience.
And stages.
You understand? So the stages of the thing, the crawling on him belly, make him realize he Billy arms them and Billy leg them so he can start creep, and then when him start creep and reach for things, then he start hold on and realize saying foot them can actually hold him weight. And by just holding on upon things and take time making look a baby step them and realize so hold on, my foot them can carry me. So over time now the baby start walk. And after the baby start walk, all of a sudden you have this little rugrat running all over the place, like it be a trouble pull and be a things, because they are discovering their potential. Sometimes they are not rude, you know, they are just in discovery mode. So that's us now going through life. We just want to run off. A lot of us just want to run, while the crawling is just as important. The creeping is just as important. The holding on by your friends and family and somebody strong and make a baby step them is just as important before you can actually run off on your own. You understand? And everybody need a guide in a life. You understand? And best person will guide me through my life, you know, I have to always put him first and put him foremost is God. God teach me to love past the capacity of what people teach me. You understand? Past the capacity of what people do for me. There are circumstances in my life whenever promote love, but accepting God and walking with God, me get a first-hand experience what actual love is, what actually unconditional love is. And have I mastered it? No. But at least the picture is there, the destiny, we can see the destination. The circumstances now just go build my character along the way.
Yeah, you know, like Jonah, you know, I run for your destiny, you know. I see what happened to him, I end up having to come right back to it. But the match I have to make is, one, just stick to your roots. I know I say, yo, this is where you were born for.
True.
God created for a specific purpose. First of all, destiny is where you're supposed to have an end game. That's where you're supposed to. And the thing about destiny is just some people get breakdown in the journey after destiny.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat like the circumstances. You understand me I say? And the lesson we're supposed to learn right then and there, and then we see it as demotivation instead of use it to uplift and strengthen yourself. Because really and truly, you know, in every stages of your destiny, you know, just like you play a video game, you have stages you have to beat a character, It gets stronger. It's the same, because every stage you pass, a stronger, harder stage, you know.
Yeah.
So if you know, beat this stage, you automatically go stuck yourself. Right, so, and then you will never reach to your end game. You understand me? And then all of a sudden now, you start feeling down and depressed and out.
True.
You can understand? And we start research lately on one specific Bible character. And the reason why I do this is, I see somebody post on status. If you were reincarnated, if a prophet was reincarnated in you, who do you think it would be? Like, wow. First person come to mind was David.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Job, to be honest, because I'm not so faithful. I try to work on that. So maybe I honest with myself.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say, I start study the character of who really David is, the ins and the outs, and what makes him the person he was, the man of God's heart, and the man after God's heart, whichever it is, and what makes him become from the shepherd to the king.
True.
You understand? And one of the things I learned is about him being so humble. Because remember, you know, David was just one stone throw away from his destiny, you know.
Okay.
You understand me? I say, while everybody else was armed with gears from head to toe, he stepped on the battlefield as my father said. You understand? With a slingshot and a stone in the head, with faith behind him, and God put up and head behind him. You understand me? I say, and remember, you know, next thing we learn this man again, sound moves spirit. Wow. You know that the artist name was not that.
You just
Beethoven supposed to know that. Everybody will reach the highest great level of music knows that sound moves spirit.
Yeah, by far.
Alright. David know that because he was the first, one of the first. The harp. Remember now, you know? Back then, no. In the dark room, they call it now. David was playing music. I show you the story, I learned from the story and what circumstances now.
Yeah.
David was playing music for sheep, harp. And dark room, we call it nowadays.
Yeah.
The sheep, I hear them not playing harp, you know. Nobody else was around him, and brother didn't know around him. But when God anointed you, brother, guess what happened now? King Saul was sending people to come play harp for him. And he was playing the sheep. He never played to no crowd, nobody seen him on no stage playing harp.
Yeah.
That for sure you say no circumstances doesn't matter, because when God decides to open doors for you.
Yeah. Just like me I go through life and me have music and me I do everything and I'm with it. And it's like me have a point where me just a record and you know, because me not really get the vision in terms of like to put out things other than elephant feet, you know, we have a vision for that. You understand? So me is not the person who jump and just put out something because I want the views and no, me like when me get the vision for it. And you know, but me keep at it because me know say God give me this talent, it must be for a reason. Me keep at it. And as I said, sound moves spirit. And I realize so when me do music, listen music overall, do music, you know, it moves something in me. And me say I move things in the people also. And not trying to accomplish that, just doing the music for what it is, and I realize what it is. You understand? But there are a lot of circumstances in my life what could have made me just turn away from it. You understand? The first time I go up on a stage, it was my mother did keep a big party. I do wanna couple of them and say them time that I do wanna was a big, you know, big just come out and hot, and you know you go when artists just come out and hot. And you know, touch upon a stage, my mother party, so I can go touch out and they do me thing, and my mother that front of the stage, I tell myself to come down. And that was a discouraging moment for me still, you know. Mommy, I love you. But you understand, that was a discouraging moment for me right then and there. But discouraged me to the point where I just stop in my tracks. Like, me literally freeze up on the stage, but I still did do my song said way. But my movements, my body locked down, but my spirit still, the voice still come out. You understand? My body lock for me, but me still you know, because that was from, music is from within.
And that's the thing, you know, so because but you don't care what you do to your physical appearance, you know, man. You see what's built into your spirit, nobody can touch it, you know. So you really the glass in physical form, but you still have put your words out. And you cannot even see, but your spirit still has speak your words out.
Yeah.
That's more powerful, the word spirit, you know.
Exactly.
You understand me? In the same spectrum of the whole sound, not change the topic, but I say, I realize something when it makes such a lot of sense to me. Is that, and you said this to me once, when you go into a person's environment, you can tell the state of mind in. And it's hard for a person who's in depression to make a joyful noise. I mean, I believe it's impossible, but that's basically nearly impossible. That's what we see.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say? So, we show you how powerful sounds now are and spirit. Is that if you're in a depression and you decide to start to make a joyful noise, guess what? A break a circumstance, right? You know.
Okay.
Where you feel as the down moment in your circumstances, right? You know. Sing a joyful song.
Yeah.
Uplifting. That's what you say. Me learn music is so powerful. And supporting you. Be careful with music, you.
That okay. Overall now, a lot of people don't want to talk about these things. Some people want to, some people don't want to. And I tried to do this. I tried to avoid it for years and realized that it don't make no sense because you know too much. Okay, so when it comes down to circumstances, most of the time it's just spiritual warfare. Right? A lot of people don't really know about these things and they try to educate themselves. So we're like a turtle without a shell. A man on the battlefield without a shield, a house without a roof, a car with no guards around it. You understand? That is what we are when we neglect what spiritual warfare is. So, fear, when I feel fear, people classify it as an emotion, but really and truly it's an oppressing spirit, right? And because it's a spirit, prayer can rebuke it. God can instantly just rebuke it. You can feel fear and go instant in one prayer and the fear gone and you wonder what does happen. It's because fear itself is a spirit. But bravery is also a spirit. Hope is also a spirit. And you find out that the spirit of light is always more powerful than the spirit of dark. For the said reason you can light one candle in any darkest night and a man can stand from the rooftop and see a candle light from a mile away. While you can't use one little flicker dark and draw no light. Never. You understand? That goes to show you say, no matter how much percentage of the world they run down darkness, when the light shine, them lose anyway. So don't be tricked. You understand? So in the spiritual warfare now, you know, brave and fear cannot live in one place. So if you praise God and ask for bravery and you embrace bravery, there's no room for fear because fear spirit can't come harbor around brave spirit because brave is a spirit and brave is light. You understand? And in a spiritual warfare there are literal deities. You understand? But the spirit of brave is more powerful than the spirit of fear by far. But what we don't really do, understand the circumstance of it, you know. We know because we're not aware of these things and we don't really try to educate ourselves on life and different circumstances and all of this. We don't really be at the level of awareness to know what to do when we're in a certain circumstances. You understand? But every circumstance that we go through is a brick wall to build towards with destiny. And if we leave out, let's say we skip out some things because we don't want to deal with these. So imagine you build a wall and you leave out all of these missing pieces. Then you reach up at the top now. And this is why a lot of people reach on the top and fall. Because them screw over so much people. Them skip so much things. Them cheat them way. And them skip over here, so there's not a good structure under them. You understand? They don't have a good structure under them. So then they on the top and then start build now. And the heavy weight of the fame and everything come down upon them. And then just fall because there's not a structure. Me now, if I reach on the top, it go hard for me fall. Not because of my own strength, because of God's strength. And another thing too, He put people around me were just as powerful. So if I slip up, yeah, people go honest and say, vacant, you move wrong. You understand? So that is what the process of going through the circumstances do for people. You understand?
And one of the things I realize is most of us, even myself, we tend to be loyal to ineffectiveness. No, things not work. Be honest with yourself. This way I try for the last 6 years to do this, and I go how long? Is it working? And that's why we always feel like we are trapped in our circumstances. You have to be real with yourself, you know. What's the sense of you keep on doing the same thing over and over? That's insanity.
Yeah.
Expecting a different result. You understand me? I say? So if you are trying to make your way towards your destiny, you have to learn to switch up sometime.
True.
Change up on certain things. Because guess what? Our feelings don't really line up with the facts of life. You understand me? I say? Because honestly, we how me feel about most things and I really should work out in my life. Because God's plan is different from my life than I. But guess what? I work by my spirit, so sometimes He put me away as a very reason for your dislike to teach me something over here. So you understand me? I say? Because that's the way I believe Him working.
Yeah, man, definitely.
And sending what I dislike so you can like over here. So.
Yeah.
You understand? The most of the things that want Him do for me is like, He always give me a dislike and then maybe turn up appreciate over here. So.
Yeah.
Because that's anyone will reach back to you in the first place. So in a sense, you have to be honest with yourself. And say, alright, this is not working out.
True.
And things when they really are part of your God-given destiny, in a sense, you even try to battle with them. Because you see, destiny is a powerful thing, you know. And you can have a lot of disruption. And the greater the destiny, the greater the battle. And remember this, greatness never goes on sale. It costs what it costs to be great. Just like you can go down a Rose Rice, you tell them say when you have the Rose Rice upon sale to call you will sit down, it's about a skeleton on the phone, you know. That will be you. Because the more valuable thing is, the more it asks of you. You understand me? I say? Greatness never upon sale in the top. You understand me? I say? So it costs what it costs to reach your destiny. So if you have a great destiny, just prepare yourself because you have a lot of price to pay to reach it.
And you know, a lot of people say it's walking with God is difficult. And I don't lie if me say that's not true. And it's a mixed feeling thing. It's difficult, but it's also easy. Walking with God, you're walking a narrow road. So it's like you just know, say, righteousness is the path. So no matter what come, stumbling block or whatever come your way, you sometimes shake up and fall off track and all of that, but you just know your destination easier. That way they easier. It's hard in the sense now that you face more challenges because you have standards, you have principles. You have rules and regulation with the regulator. Therefore, you're not just in everything. You're not with every trend. And what do you do when your circumstances is wrapped in the trend and you're not a part of the trend? You understand? So that happens to a lot of us sometimes. We are trying to do something and the circumstance what we in is that the trend, they say we are to do this in order for what we are doing to work. But we are not into that trend that is going on right now. And then you put on the pressure of like, should I quit my dream entirely or should I continue doing this? But at the end of the day, God always make a way for him people them. You understand? You know, people in fear of Israelites them for so long. And fear with the things like say, these people are defeated. There's no hope for them. But God always rise up somebody to come taking people them out of captivity. And go on and on. Martin Luther King, Paul Bogle, a lot of, you know, people, whole heap of great man come through where where the system feel like, okay, this is, we have the people there, man, there's no hope for them. You just have some people who can just break some things. You know, Jesus was one of them also.
One of the greatest.
The greatest. You understand? We come and he never go with the trend. It wasn't a trend. They really didn't move that way. And Jesus, when they move like this, to the point where they might even Christians say, oh, comes this man move so weird. You understand? In the days when Noah, the world was moving like this and Noah was moving like that. So you get to find out that God like people are different. Because God is unique, God is different. So if you're a child of God, check your DNA. You understand? Difference supposed to in your DNA. So if you feel like you're not like the rest, you're special. So why do you want to blend in with the rest and lose your speciality? And the circumstances that we face now show that, you know, it's special. 10 people in one room, 10 things being said, and you're the only person in the room that have a problem with what being said. Because you're special, you see things different. Your circumstances, they play things different for you because your destiny different. You can't see what this add to your destiny, but everybody else, they don't really care because they don't really have a destination. Some people just live, but you want to go somewhere, don't? So it turns out that you go pay more close attention to what get added into your life, what get take away out of your life, and then everything become more personal to you. But circumstances is a big part of the destiny. Don't try to run from it. Face it head on so you can master the circumstances to move on further.
Abraham. And this reason I say Abraham is Abraham was his son at 100 years old.
Yeah.
100, yeah. Most people's journey is to get a youth. The beginning of a journey. But just show you small faces, you know, to show you how circumstances God and to show you how God works miracles. You understand what I'm saying? When we give up hope, God still, and when he give up hope and even break in vows or whatever way and go out there, she bring in and you have somebody else instill. That for sure you say when in your circumstances and you feel that God forgot about you, that's the point I'm trying to make. You still have a blessing for you.
True.
Because when him figure more or less say at 100 years he can't get nothing because him see back dry up. You understand me I say? And his wife whom shrivel up.
Yeah.
You understand so? And he always drain out. So God is a man where in your circumstances he will keep you for a while. But just stay humble for a while. And one of the good things about staying humble we can learn is to surround yourself with people who can empower you. The reason I say that is that every stage of life, no matter how rich or poor we all have face struggles.
Yeah.
Some people have faced mental struggle, some people have faced financial struggle, and some people have faced just being themselves struggle, finding themselves. That is a big struggle for most people, you know. You understand me I say? And if you strong in the area of a year so, of knowing yourself, you can teach this man over here so, how to find himself. You understand me I say? And if you're strong how to be a man, you can teach me how to be a better man, or be a better husband, or be a better father. You see how unity works? So when you surround yourself with people, it makes it easier for you on your journey to follow through to your destination. You understand me I say? And you learn. That's the key part about the work you come now. Is to learn so you can teach and keep on teaching and you teach your friends, your family, and even who like you see me. You don't really get to choose who you get to teach, you know. Because the father got to work in that work to your liking, you know. You see, anyway, you have a month to go back to sugar. So the man work, you know how work by now.
Yeah. Because you want to share say
yeah.
next station.
That's not going to work out. And that's when you see them in the mid-sun hot. I recently broke this man by the well of Samaria as a Jews. Wait. You go water be drink from somebody where wasn't a friend of him, cult and kind.
Yeah.
You understand me I say? We have to learn to let go certain things too.
True.
You see, certain belief and we growing up hearing, we have to change our perception of life. The reason being is because your trap mind you have, you know.
Yeah.
Your mind is trapped. So in order to think outside the box, you have to step outside that mentality where it has been taught to you and realize, yo, this is not all about what him said. Just like we learned back into circumstances, it was supposed to be about it.
Yeah.
Isn't that so?
That's
That's
what him teach. But
and we come to the realization, you know, it's a stepping stage. And which one stepping stage now? For you have God with you, and all of them steps there. And all of the steps there. So what you know, all you have to do in each stage is praise him yourself. And when you lift your foot again, praise him yourself. And you lift your foot again and you praise him yourself. Because the thing about it, when most of us reach to our destination, is we forgot to give thanks. You understand me I say? And we got gratification in our destination. And that's why most of us fall back far where we have come from.
Yeah.
Because we become gods now in our own world. We forgot that it was given unto us by a higher power, by a higher being.
Yeah.
And yeah, you put in your heart, your soul, your mind, your head too. But remember, it was a favor granted unto you.
Yeah. And this is the reason why I can't understand the people them will say, oh, if you believe in a devil and not believe in a God. And the story is that if you have one without the other. And a lot of people in these circumstances where we are fight for belief. You know, we are in a circumstance where we are fight for who is wrong, which day is right, and all of that. We did that conversation with Jesus and the woman at the well, where she did try going to all of that difference and all of that, and Jesus said to her, say, I come that it shall neither be here or there. You understand? And he might come to shatter the barriers so everybody can unite. That is what he was about. So how can we say we read the Bible and we believe and we still in this circumstance where we still fight for Saturday and Sunday? You understand? So is the man does the man that worship God heavily on a Wednesday and go through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday with God on his heart and mind and get on Wednesday for worship him because him have to work? Does him go hell? Do him get locked out of the kingdom? Does the God we serve really so petty? So we need to ask ourselves some questions sometime and stop argue about all of this. Jesus is Jesus, right? God is God. And God was before Christianity. God was before Adventists. God was before Jehovah's Witness. God was before what we call religion. God is God. So why we use all of these things now and separate everybody and separate people and separate ourselves from each other because we are saying, okay, you belong to that religion, I belong to this religion, I belong to that country, you belong. Why we use all of that while God exists before all of that? All of these things that people create, you understand, becomes we own little gods and we worship Saturday morning and we worship God. We put on our clothes and we go Saturday time just for the sake of Sabbath and not realizing that the purpose of going out to worship in the first place is to worship God. A lot of us worship Sunday morning and we worship God. We worship Jehovah's Witness morning and we worship God. God is not in a box in any particular religion. You understand? Or any particular philosophies. God is above everything. You understand? You can't praise one statue because the material that make the statue is a product of what God put in the universe. So how can I praise? You know, it's like me I praise the shear, so the shear powerful, and I realize say I have to plug into the current for work. You understand? How can you praise something where can't work without the current? So it's circumstances we face in our life, sometimes we feel like we separate. And even so in our dreams and our aspirations, we are trying to move to some things and we are face some circumstances. But guess what? The destiny is what it is. From God put it down in you and said this is your destiny. There is nobody, you understand, that can say no. And when them say no, God will go open a bigger door for you. You understand? So once you walk with God, you understand? Just believe that God is for you. You can't wrong. Yeah, if a foot break, don't pray that, because guess what? It could be just to stop you from going river go John. You understand? God work is so mysterious. Don't lean on your own understanding. Just be about God and be about what you put down aside. If you feel be a singer, sing your heart out, girl. Sing your heart out, youth. Because you don't know when God will put the right person before you to see your talent. If you're a welder, you understand? Do your best welding. Every occasion. All if the boss can pay you good. Do the best, because God knows to do nothing more than the best. So be your best version of yourself and the rest will fall in place.
Trusting God in circumstances is a hell of a thing. Because it seems like things now work for you, now go your way. Or what they portray circumstances. You understand me I say? But I think that's the time I need him the most. To stay steadfast. And they always say, too much hope is too potent. The reason why is that you don't need much hope to carry on. A mustard seed is more than sufficient enough. I mean, I always hear many people, even my wife say, oh, she always have this much to work with. And I say, guess what? If this much I keep with this long friend, this much carry that far. You know what, more than that sometimes. That's more than enough efficiency. If you have a car, you see, and the tank keep on saying empty, but it's still a carry. Does it matter?
No.
Precisely,
More than
a carry.
No.
So you don't really need much hope to carry you. And that's the point I'm trying to make is, in the circumstances, you don't need more than what you have to carry you. You have it already. You hope you have it already. You don't need to go find it over there. So you need to refine it from inside of you. And I say, yo, how you refine it? You ask God. You just peace and calmness and steadiness. You understand what I say? And then you refine and say, alright, I'm this clear, I'm a Christian. So probably you might have God and say, this man is a Christian, I'm a Christian, I'm a God believing man. And that has nothing to do with our friendship. Because we believe in the higher power. So don't think I'm talking from a Christian base or I couldn't realize
so that's the thing, is like I'm a child of God.
That is it.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
I'm a child of God. The God when I read about and the God who speak to me, He does not teach me separation.
Unity.
You understand?
Unification.
So me cannot I am loyal to God and not the religion.
Alright.
You understand? And a lot of people probably go have a bash against that, but it's just what it is. Me cannot be a part of something. I rock with people because I rock with. You understand? Because me know for a fact say if God make you have the breath of life today, you are just as important as I am. You understand? Me no better than you no better than me. So if God put you in my part, regardless of who you are, if God can look upon you and show you mercy and look upon you and deem you worthy if you have life, who is me if you try things say you don't deserve life? You understand? And that's how me look upon it. So for me, it kind of more sticky because everybody wants to tell me, you're in the wrong church. Me go here say this a church that tell me say them wrong. These are people that come tell me say me wrong. You understand? And at the same time, all me I try to do is praise God. All me I try to do is find God. All me I try to do is give me heart to God. Me don't want to give me heart to one building or a particular person. Me I try to give myself to God. So why should I confine myself to one day? God is worshiping God is a 7-day thing. You understand? 7 days.
Anywhere you
you're
not taxi man.
Not taxi.
You know what time I bus and you come over me and pray for you all people regularly. I don't have to open my mouth and carry on.
And loud, it's not about the loudness and shouting and make everybody hear
Because God will quiet, you know.
Yeah, always if you come to him, you know, private.
Yeah man, quietness.
And pray.
Cover a whole away and you not even have an idea so I cover your whole day if you're right. And somebody else right in there and I cover me and I realize I cover me at
the same time. Yeah, enough time I do that, I see people and I say boom, I bust a prayer for them. Me never go rest my hand upon them. But me know say God power transcend all circumstances. So there's not a circumstance where God cannot operate in. There's none. You understand? Me see people fight beat some case of cancer. Right now, this man will sit down before you. You understand? My heart when I'm my chest, doctor them say me not supposed to live to 5 years old. You understand? So me is a very proof of that. So God transcend beyond our circumstances. You understand? My mother the same way. So it's like we need to understand that the circumstances we face, no matter how hard they might be at the end of the day, you understand? It come down to what you believe. It come down to what God put inside of you.
Your morals.
You understand? And where you stick. He said, who have eyes to see and ears to hear. So God do some things for you. If you don't have eyes to see it and ears to hear it, you go feel like a luck.
And you say it's all about awareness, you know. Because so much confusion is going on in this world. Sometimes we need to take a time out and just be by ourselves.
Slow down, man.
Yeah, man. And recognize and realize how great, how powerful we really are right here in this present moment. We're not about to reach a destination, because you have to see yourself
powerful, no.
right now. Where you go before you even start on a journey. Because if you don't have that mentality, you might tell us it. You're going to break 10 million at one time. The devil make sure you set up a lot of enemies here now. Especially, as I said before, greatness of sale, if you know so you have an impactful destiny, where you're supposed to go to reach millions and impact millions of God's children. You must make sure you say the legion of the hell come at you, man. So you have to see yourself and have that belief locked from the get-go. So you're watching, you know, me, I push on no matter what, I'm going to keep God's strap on my back. Because I guess when I know I'm going to have me head to die. Can you promise me, when the enemies come, table time, eating time.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say, so you have to read them things down, remember them things down, know them. And that's why you see knowledge, education. Knowledge is so powerful. You understand me? I say? Because most of these things, because I never get none of teaching. So obviously, I'm a part of education is. And it's a religious education. But the point the match I make is better. God, not left him out. You can't, because the minute you decide to leave him out, you leave yourself right out. Because I'm all the one who can carry you through your great destiny.
Yeah.
Because you don't need guidance, you know.
Isn't the greatest destiny where everybody I try is to actually live life, and God are the only person who can grant a person everlasting life. So if me get everything in this world to live one life, and that is the circumstances for me under, you understand? Me don't want that circumstances there, because if me live one life and me can't live an eternal one, every gambler know if I don't have a ticket, I don't stand a chance. And me, the gambler, say God exists. You understand? And if who they say him don't exist and all of that, it doesn't really matter. Me, I make sure say me have my ticket. You understand? So when you roll it box draw and here comes the end of time and everything, you understand? Then and there everybody will know. But more I make sure say me have my ticket. Nothing wrong. Because it will have go the same way. So what wrong with have a ticket in your pocket to pull you out and say, if father say me when they purchase a ticket, you understand? But at least that. But a lot of us don't even want to have a ticket because what? You know, life and certain circumstances now present discipline. People hate discipline. You understand? And me learn that walking with God, walking with God takes discipline. It takes humbleness. Sometimes you want to cuss out some people. Sometimes you want to grab up some people, but the spirit that says, keep yourself quiet. You understand? The spirit that tells you, calm down.
Just attack, you know. Attack, man.
You understand? The spirit that tells you, keep yourself quiet. And this is the moment when you want to grab up somebody. Nothing in your own self will tell you to do anything good in this situation. People backstab you. and you just want to do some backstabbing too. And the Spirit tell us, no, you'll be like them. It's like, that is what God do for you, and keep you in line. So it's a narrow road. It's not easy to walk a narrow road. Because you're full with guilt, you're full of guilt, you know. When you walk in a narrow road and you step off and you step into some mess.
Sorry.
You feel guilty because you know so the narrow road you walk, but that is natural. Anytime you would going through life and you don't feel nothing towards, nothing bad what you do, you're in a problem. Check yourself right away. If you see people get hurt or you not feel nothing, if you hurt people you not feel nothing, and something very wrong with you, you're gone beyond the norm. But if you still have that space in your heart where you feel pain towards people and people do things you feel, you still can tell the difference between right and wrong. You have hope. Whole heap of hope too. You understand? So circumstances is a big part of destiny. So don't feel like the circumstances is blocking you from your destiny. They are builders. Learn a lesson. Probably you want to probably God you try to build a character. If you kind of want to be this type of person at this point. You understand? And at a time when God show you saying him have way out this affair, but he just want you understand side then. Be master of the little you have now. And when you can master what you have now, that is when God will trust you with a bigger thing.
Yeah, because you know what you're saying without $1 million if you can't manage $10.
True.
It makes no sense, you know. Financially.
About the rule.
Yeah,
oh gosh. You know. Yeah, and powerful choices, you know, and big up on yourself, so we know, so we go make the great man Roneal Roxborough, you know, close off the show as always with the golden words.
But yeah, on the spot, you know. I was dark on the spot. Anyway, stay committed. Reason being said that is that sometime on the way to your journey, in a destination journey, you're going to feel discouraged. You're going to feel like you're not meant to be because so much disruption, so much battle you have to fight. Don't make your circumstances rule you. Don't make a situation you're in right now rule you. It's not the end of you. It's just a phase for another stage. You understand? So don't make you rule you. And it's like a butterfly in a cocoon, metamorphosis will come and worry yourself. You see me? You soon have your epiphany. You're going to have a spiritual awakening soon and very soon. You're going to reach a stage in life where never. You're going to sit back and look back and say, wow, have I really come this far? Yes, you have. You understand me? I say,
wow.
Then I'm tell you, say, man, you have to just keep strong faith and mind.
Yeah.
You have to have a warrior mentality. You understand? Because God love warriors, you know. And we're not talking about war.
Warriors.
It's a state of consciousness in the sense of your mental being, the way you feel about certain things. You have to come and emotion nobody. You get the wrong concept.
Yeah, true. You know, there have it powerful choices, and this week shows circumstances and destiny. We go drop for who never come from the start of the show, you know, you can go over on YouTube, subscribe to Powerful Choices. Link is in the description, you know. Also, a lot of powerful links are in the description, same way for mental growth, you know. Once you get control of your mentality, you get control of your life.
The head
of
government,
everything. Your head is the governor. Yeah, and that's why them say head of state. And, you understand?
And as Bishop always said, never lose your head. Because when you lose your head, you lose the government.
Everything.
Everything gone.
You understand? So, there you have it. Link in the description. Subscribe. Powerful Choices. Twin Supreme Radio Show over there on YouTube also. Fresh Kitty and more is over there. Instagram also. For the ladies who like take care of themselves, you know. And, you know, so if you have one fresh dog and more stuff for him and them.
Oh, yes,
yeah. So, you know, big up on yourself. God love you, we love you too. And have a blessed and a great week.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.